So this exercise is the hip hula hoop and the golf turn. Again, coming back to how your pelvis sits on your hips are lower than you think. A lot of people will perceive your hip to be at your pelvis, but that ridge of your pelvis that's part of the socket of your hip. Your hips are down lower, and the front of the hip socket is sort of right into the front of your groin. You want to try to start by just doing a little bit of a hula hoop. So you're trying to move your pelvis around and not get your hips outside of your base of support, but just do a little bit of a rotational movement in either direction and try to help really feel that your hips are right here. You do that movement a bit first, trying to feel them, and then want to turn and shift that into, it's like a follow-through movement in a golf swing, which is you're not turning from up here. You're going to turn your whole body from here around your hip and then come back. So the movement is focused on that going over. Good. So your left knee is going to straighten and your pelvis is going to turn around. It'll force your hip into an internal rotated position, and it'll force those deep muscles in your butt to stretch out a little bit. If you come back, do a little hula hoop again, trying to just feel your hips. And then we'll go the other direction. You're going to turn with a little bit of a weight shift, so your weight comes over your right foot, and you're turning from your pelvis. This part of you turns because it's attached. You're not trying to do it all from up here. It's a big part of people's golf swing will have trouble with, but this exercise is good for non-golfers. You want to learn to move your hip and try just going that way and come right back and go the other way. Good. Okay. So in any particular pattern, just move, do little circles, and then try that little turn movement. If you're a golfer, this will feel familiar. It has a similar aspect into baseball swings, but again, this is a good hip mobility and posture exercise to get things moving. So with that movement, what you're doing with the golf turn, you're turning your whole body on your hip socket. Okay? You're not trying to twist from up here and drag it around. You're trying to move your pelvis, and that will affect all these deep muscles in your butt here that get really tight. It will require them to lengthen and use some of the muscles in your inner thigh to get that going. And then you do the hula hoop kind of movement where it's just moving all over the place. Your sciatic nerve comes right through here. So if these muscles are getting really tight, it can annoy it and tighten things down your leg. Stuff that works on helping engage those and lengthen them and loosen them usually helps calm down your lower body.